So, our friend Ronaldo is back in Manchester United, and to be honest, I never thought this would happen. Really thought that he was going to end up playing at PSG with our good friend Messi and Neymar, but this is a beautiful surprise. I know that I'm a little bit late to the party, but after watching last weekend's game, I mean, this guy's eternal. He really is. Um, you don't, I don't think we can quite understand what Messi and Ronaldo have achieved in their careers thus far and the consistency that they've done it. Uh, but this guy's a machine. I mean, this guy can play until he's 50, no problem. I mean, Ronaldo, he's such a professional. The way he takes care of his body, the way that his mindset, that he always wants more. He's not satisfied with what he has already, which is huge. Talking about a guy who has 5 Ballon d'Ors, a guy who's won leagues, Champions Leagues back to back. Has won leagues in all around in different countries. I mean, what is there left for him to do? I guess win the World Cup, but at this point, it's not even that important. He's a machine, and he can play until he's 50 without a doubt. If he keeps up the way he takes care of his body, I mean, everything he does. What an example. I mean, if it's true what they said that, after the game they have food there and all of this, and no one picked up a brownie because they know that how can you eat a brownie in front of Ronaldo? The level that Manchester United will achieve now will be higher because of Ronaldo, because what his expectations are from his teammates. So you're not gonna get what you got, I think, in Juventus, which was, maybe they weren't unsure how quite to use him, but his ambition, his thirst for competition is so infectious. I mean, think back in Juventus. I would think, to me, like the biggest game that he had at that club was that match against Atletico Madrid, where they were able to overturn that 2-0 loss in Madrid, and Ronaldo scored a hat-trick in Turin. I mean, the guy took it personal. He took it really personal. Simeone's, suck it thing. I mean, you need a guy like that in your team, and I think Manchester United will achieve something this year. I mean, having his presence alone, it's kind of like what Ibrahimovic does in Milan. Same thing, right? He elevates everyone else's level, and you don't want to piss him off because he's giving it 110%, 150%, 200% every time he goes on the pitch. So a guy like him, you gotta keep him happy. He's gonna, he's going to recognize that you're giving it your all, and if you're not, he's going to call it out too. So I think we're all going to see a huge shift in the mentality of the team, even like fringe players, like that fourth goal, the interplay between Pogba, I think Martial, and Jesse Lingard, that was beautiful. It seems as if by having Ronaldo there, Pogba's going to change his mind about, renewing his contract. I mean, he probably will renew his contract. They might see himself staying long term. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Ronaldo he's the GOAT. He really is. I love Messi. Messi is still my favorite player, but you have to recognize that the effort that Ronaldo puts into everything, and he could have easily gone to France. I'm not saying the French league is easier. It's up to your opinion. I think it is. But he could have easily gone to that and said, hey, you know what? Let's make it happen. Neymar, Messi, and Ronaldo. I hope someday we see something like that. Maybe we'll see it at Inter Miami. Who knows? It's never... nothing's too crazy nowadays. But instead, he went to the Premier League to show everyone that he can still do it. And what is supposedly the world's strongest league, right? He went there and to prove them all wrong. And I would consider them, strong candidates to win the league along with Manchester City. I mean, Ronaldo will own Liverpool. I'm calling it right now. He will go in there. He will score goals. I mean, this guy's respect, man. He's top. He really is. And I think he's up there now in the pantheon. I mean, if there was any doubt, there shouldn't be any. Him and Messi are up there with Maradona and Pelé. To me, no problems. Different eras, of course, but what these guys are doing, I mean, they've been dominating this thing for the past 15, 16 years, They've been there continuously fighting for every competition, individual or as a team. They've been there. I mean, the fact that between both Messi and Ronaldo, you have 11 Ballon d'Ors is just kind of spells it out what we're dealing with here. It's a pleasure, and I think that when they retire, I think many people have said this. I'm not the first person to say this, but you're gonna see like who's gonna fill that gap. Haaland and Mbappe. Well, the machinery of the propaganda will definitely fill that in and propose these two as the next thing. But the reality is that these two have been doing it for such a long time under such different circumstances. I mean, it's so hard to tell if Haaland and Mbappe will live up to the expectations. But to me, as time goes on, I feel that the game gets easier for these star players, right? I think Messi and Ronaldo were fortunate to play during the current era. I think that if Maradona and Pelé played in today's game, it would have been completely different. I mean, just watching those highlight videos of Maradona playing in the 80s in Serie A, good lord, dude, they were freaking kicking him all over the pitch, and the guy still did magic. Imagine him playing today's league. Holy shit! In today's game, Jesus, completely different experience. So, gotta balance it out. But yeah, I mean, this guy Ronaldo is pure motivation. I mean, you see him and you're like, you know what? I don't need to eat that ice cream. Let me get some broccoli. Let me get some chicken. Munch on that instead. 'Cause you know what? This guy should be, a point of reference. Someone we look up to in so many things. I mean, obviously he's a little bit, immature in certain things. Whatever, you can criticize him, what he's done in the past and all of that. But I think as a professional, you can't criticize him. You can't. So I'm thrilled to see him back, especially the Premier League. I didn't think that would happen, especially at Manchester United. And when the whole rumor about him going to Manchester City was being floated around, I thought, nah, there's no way he wouldn't do that. But I'm glad he decided to go back to United, because I think he and his fans deserve that reunion. So congratulations to him for his brace against Newcastle, and let's just say we're expecting big things from Manchester United this season. Big things. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you like the video, and let me know what you guys think. Alright, take care guys. Bye.